Tonight on News Hour, Chibok community marks first cultural festival in 13 years since Boko Haram attack. Sokoto residents dismiss Niger leaders' claims of French military presence. Rising cost of living impacting hairdressing services. On the foreign scene, Kenyan president pledges end to state-sponsored kidnappings. Hello and welcome to the News Hour tonight on Trust TV. I am Aisha Salihu. The news in detail. The Chibok community, known globally for the tragic abduction of 276 schoolgirls by Boko Haram terrorists, has turned a new page in its history with the Chibok Cultural Festival. The event featured traditional dances, displays of local delicacies, and a celebration of the rich heritage that unites the people. Trust TV's Beatrice Korutsi reports.
Marching sound accompanies the grand entrance of the Chibok district head, signaling the opening of the festival. Traditional chiefs and community leaders followed, welcoming guests with warmth and pride. The festival attracted neighboring communities from Dambua, Kwayarkusa, Shani, Askira, Ganze, and Kalabalgi, alongside sons and daughters of Chibok who returned to celebrate their shared heritage. Dances unique to the Chibok people, Yimir Yadi, Zafo, Jakwa Jakwa, Gabbai, Putua, and Gagra filled the air with rhythm and joy. The Chibok people, an ethno-cultural blend of Pabir, Bura, Kanuri, Kilba, Margi, Shua, and Fulani, trace their roots to the Chibok Hills in the 18th century, arriving during the decline of Kanem Borno Empire. Today, the Chibok encompass 38 clans, including Pulai, Mungai, and Kwapul, each contributing to the rich tapestry of their culture.
Please don't try this at home.
The event also honored individuals who played key roles in restoring peace to the community with Award of Excellence presented as a gesture of gratitude. Governor Babagana Zulum, represented by the Borno State APC chairman, highlighted the significance of the festival as a symbol of renewed hope and peace for Chibok, now free from the fear of insurgency.
With the crowd I have seen and then the display of cultural activities, it is an indication that peace has returned to Chibok community, and we pray that will continue to be achieved.
Yeah, for the security issues, we don't have problems since we came from Borno State, down from Goza, Bama, up to Askira, up to Uba. We have not seen any bad things in the road. The security personnel, they are trying their best.
There's no much security challenge as it used to be before. But you don't lay down your guard because things are improving. You have to stack up more strategy in order to ensure that peace is prominent.
Our traditional that has been lost for long, today has come back to us. And our children that are very young, they did not see the traditional, today they have saw it, how it happens. So we are very grateful, really.
The Chibok Cultural Festival, held without security incidents, marks a turning point for Chibok. It sends a message to those displaced by the insurgency that peace has been restored, inviting them to return and rebuild their lives. While the people of Chibok look forward to development and economic empowerment, the Chibok Cultural Festival has reaffirmed their enduring cultural identity, a legacy of resilience and hope. I'm Beatrice Kuruti, Trust TV News, Chibok.
Now, Kaltungo Chiefdom in Gombe State, I beg your pardon, has remained agog with thousands of traditional title holders and dancers from various chiefdoms across northern Nigeria as they celebrate this year's Kaltungo Carnival 2024. Prior to the commencement of the event, the first comers from among the visiting dancers of Shangum ethnic group expressed concern over traditional ways of acknowledging heroes among their clans. Trust TV's Adamuima witnessed the event and files the report.
The Shangum ethnic group was part of the Kaltungo dynasty found within the chiefdom and their rich cultural heritage and tradition. Bore Autame Bello and his son remain resolute in displaying part of the ancient ways of sending signals and encouragement in identifying with their warriors, especially on emergency situations. Going forward, they explain their uniqueness of culture. If our people set for hunting animals in the bush, we must blow this sound, signaling our warriors' readiness. That was what our people usually did as part of the traditions. More so, I was the one who inherited my grandfather up to this moment. What are we leaving behind as our legacy as far as cultural traditions are concerned? We have nothing to showcase other than our culture norms. We are proud of our rich culture in Kaltungo Chiefdom. Those running away from their culture are not good at all.
Sometimes we are using traditional call or band or flute or something like that. That's why this one we are calling Njese in our language. Njese. So idan ka ji muka busan nan they need somebody, people they come, something happen.
The ceremony was well attended by different ethnic groups from diverse cultural heritage across Kaltungo Chiefdom and neighboring states in the north. Participants showcased their rich cultural heritage.
Thank you very much to the young man for giving me this incentive.
In his speech at the occasion, my Kaltungo Saleh Mohammed appreciated those who attended this year's Kaltungo Carnival. He urged his subjects to maintain peaceful coexistence and bond of friendship with one another. Highlights of this year's carnival was a release of white pigeons symbolizing the peaceful coexistence among their diverse ethnic groups in the area. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Kaltungo.
Away from cultural festivities and celebrations, border communities in Sokoto State have denied the alleged presence of foreign military base in their areas, as alleged by the Niger's leader, General Abdurrahman Tichani. They also refuted his claim that there was a forest called Gaba where the base was established, saying there was no forest bearing that name in the whole of Sokoto State. The report.
Some of the residents also alleged harassment and extortion by the Nigerian security operatives along their border.
Lalle mu ne nan kowa samu
There is no such forest in Araba district and Ilela local government, and we don't see any foreigner in our villages. It is a joint discussion. Instead, it is the Nigerian military operatives that have been coming into our area every night. They come and work with our vigilantes in maintaining peace in our surrounding communities. The district state, however, cautioned the Nigerian leader against making baseless allegations capable of severing our historic ties. Another resident of Araba, Muhammad Dalat, however, alleged that the Nigerian border security were harassing and extorting their traders. There has been a targeted harassment on Nigerians by the Nigerian security operatives in the last 6 months. Their security operatives at the border areas have been harassing our people, seizing their goods for just no cost. But their people are enjoying free access into our country. They have been coming to buy goods and leave, and nobody is harassing them. We want our government to do something about this. It was a similar denial at Taban City in Gada local government area, where residents said neither Gaba forest nor foreign base was established in the community and even its environs. Sokoto shares border with the Niger Republic through 5 local government areas, which include Ilela, Gada, Tangaza, Gudu, and Sabon Brini.
In the same vein, the special advisor to President Bola Tinubu on policy communication, Daniel Bwala, says claims by the military leader of Niger Republic, Abdurrahmani Tichani, that Nigeria is colluding with France to destabilize his country are despicable propaganda. He declared that the claims were aimed at inciting northern Nigeria against President Bola Tinubu. Bwala said the military leader deliberately chose a local language in the north. Abdurrahmani Tichani, military leader of Niger Republic, made the claims in an interview on Wednesday. Tichani, who spoke in Hausa, alleged that France is negotiating with terrorists in Nigeria to destabilize his country. According to him, France made a substantial payment to President Bola Tinubu to establish a military base in Nigeria. Reacting to the allegations in a video posted on his X page, Bwala said the claims are baseless propaganda designed to create chaos and incite bad blood in northern Nigeria against Tinubu. Bwala explained Nigeria's long-standing leadership role in West Africa and its commitment to fostering bilateral relations with neighboring countries. Following the Christmas Day strikes on Lakurawa terrorist dens at Gidan Bisa and Gidan Runtuwa in Silame local government area of Sokoto State, the defense headquarters attributed the death of 10 villagers to the explosion that was triggered by the destruction of Lakurawa terrorist base and not by direct airstrikes conducted by the Nigerian Air Force. Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, who addressed newsmen on Friday on the unfortunate death of the villagers, explained that the airstrike was a precision-guided operation targeting the terrorist hideout in the area.
Also, intelligence surveillance and reconnaissance, as well as human intelligence reports prior to the operation consistently indicated the hideout was a high concentration terrorist location. The airstrike, at the end of the day, had minor impact on the surrounding villages. The airstrike indeed hit logistic base of the terrorists, which led to secondary explosions, and it was these secondary explosions that led to some casualties that was earlier reported.
Well, the federal government says it will conduct a thorough investigation into Wednesday's accidental bombing that killed 10 people in the Gidan Bisa and Runtuwa villages of Silame local government area. This was disclosed in a statement on Friday by the press secretary to Sokoto State Governor Ahmad Aliyu. He said the Minister of State Defense, Bello Matawale, gave this indication while on a condolence visit to Governor Ahmed Aliyu in Sokoto State. He described what happened in the two villages as very unfortunate and assured that a thorough probe would unravel what happened. The minister also expressed optimism that justice would be done on the matter. He also added that at times the military airstrike hit the wrong locations due to the wrong information they may have been given while carrying out operations. The Transmission Company of Nigeria has notified residents of the Federal Capital Territory about impending blackouts in some areas. In a statement issued on Saturday by its General Manager, Public Affairs, Ndidimba, TCN announced that its engineers would conduct planned maintenance exercise at 2 transmission substations between Saturday and Sunday. According to TCN, during the maintenance period, the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company will not be able to supply electricity to customers in Gwagwalda and its environs for 4 hours only. The statement noted that from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday, maintenance will be carried out on a 60 MVA power transformer and its associated switchgear at the Gwagwalda 330-13233 kV transmission substation. Similarly, the statement added that from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Sunday, maintenance work will be carried out on one of the 60 MVA power transformers at the Kukwaba 13233 kV transmission substation. This, according to TCN, will result in power interruptions in Wuye, EFCC, Federal Medical Center, Coca-Cola, Idu Railway Station, SciTech, and Life Camp. And on to security matters. 2 solar street light thieves have been electrocuted while trying to steal solar street lights at Ogobere community in Sagbama local government area of Bayelsa State. A community source who confirmed the incident said their bodies were discovered on Saturday morning within an area bordering the new site of the state-owned Niger Delta University and Ogobere roundabout. According to him, the deceased had already loosed 4 street light poles on the ground and were loosening the 5th one before they met their Waterloo. He said the other body was taken away to the mortuary while the fallen street light poles were still lined up beside the road. Police spokesman in Bayelsa State, ASP Musa Muhammad, said he was yet to receive the report. The Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority has urged airlines operating in the country to uphold customers' rights following increasing complaints about flight cancellations and delays. Addressing airline representatives, aviation agency officials, and other stakeholders at an interactive forum, Chris Najomo, NCAA Director General, vowed to address the causes of these disruptions and crack down on passengers' unruly behavior at airports. He expressed concern over the rising trend of delays and cancellations, emphasizing that such issues undermine passenger confidence and disrupt travel plans. Najomo directed airlines to align their operations with the Nigeria Civil Aviation Regulation and adhere to the Nigeria Civil Aviation Consumer Protection Regulations 2023. This is the News Hour tonight on Trust TV, coming up after the break. Rising cost of living impacting hairdressing services. We'll bring you details of this story and more after the break. We'll be right back. It's nice to have you join us again. Let's have another look at some of our top stories. We told you that Chibok community marks first cultural festival in 13 years since Boko Haram attack. Plus, Sokoto residents dismiss Niger leaders' claims of French military presence. Now to other stories. At least 13 people lost their lives in a road accident along Ikare Akoko Owo Road on Saturday in Ondo State. The State Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Samuel Ibitoye, made this known in a statement on Saturday in Akure, the state capital. According to him, the injured victim was taken to Federal Medical Center, while the deceased were deposited at the morgue of the same hospital. Ibitoye advised drivers to exercise patience on the roads and passionately maintain their vehicles. He also encouraged passengers to speak out against dangerous driving, stressing that road safety is a concern for all. Onto matters of security, gunmen suspected to be kidnappers have abducted an Anglican cleric, his wife and his 2 children in Ondo State. Reverend Canon Olowo Lagba and his family were kidnapped along Ise Akoko Iboroba Road in the Akoko Northeast local government area of the state. With the development creating tension and panic in Ikaram Akoko in Akoko Northwest Local Council, the hometown of the cleric, residents of the community had engaged in fervent prayers for the release of the victims. While disclosing the incident to newsmen in Akure, the state capital, the Bishop of Akoko Anglican Diocese, Reverend Babajide Bada, stated that the family was abducted on Sunday between 4 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. Oyo State Police Command has paraded suspected criminals for the outgoing year 2024. The suspects, aged between 25 and 40, were paraded on Thursday at the State Command, Eleyele in Ibadan, bordering on hijack, armed robbery, theft and kidnapping. The report.
The Commissioner of Police, Ayodele Oshonubi, while appreciating the state government, partners, traditional leaders and community stakeholders for their support, assured of more commitment and professionalism in tackling and combating crimes, urged residents to promptly provide credible information to the police.
The Oyo State Police Command is pleased to inform the residents that within the past 6 months and 11 days, it has recorded significant successes in reducing crime rates across the state. This was attained through a combination of intelligence-led operations, community engagement, and proactive policing. Within June 16 to this day, 153 armed robbery suspects were arrested. 12 stolen vehicles and 12 tricycles were recovered, while 48 firearms and 1,396 rounds of various caliber of ammunition were retrieved from possession of criminals.
The suspected paraded were caught terrorizing a Shukba community in Atiba, Ibarakwa East local government area of Oyo State. According to the police, the suspects were apprehended through the enhanced intelligence collaboration, intensive training and deployment of advanced technology and intelligence-driven strategies.
We have 55 suspects paraded. We have 54 male and 1 female. Recovered items, we have 5 locally made pistols, 17 live cartridges, 1 Iveco truck with registration number Eco Kilo Yankee 848 XX X-ray. We have 1 Toyota Corolla.
We were a gang of armed robbers. One of our members had been caught and unknown to me. He had been coerced in luring us into a trap. He called us to meet up for another operation, but I was unaware that he had already been arrested. That's how I got caught. I was tortured severely.
I was sleeping in my apartment in my house. I just heard my dog shouting. I said, what is wrong? I came out to the parlor to see some flashes of light, torchlights in my compound. So I asked, Taniye, Taniye, and they responded, meaning we are thieves, come and open the door. Immediately I ran back to my room. Within 3 minutes, they were able to break the door, gain access to my house, and of course, they asked me and my wife to lie down on the floor, and we surrendered to them completely.
Meanwhile, the suspect, while confessing to the crimes, pledged for mercies from government and other related stakeholders.
The Plateau State Police Command have arrested armed robbers and motorcycle snatchers who specialize in robbing people of their belongings in the state. Parading the suspects at the headquarters of the state police, the State Commissioner of Police, Emmanuel Adeshina, said the suspects were arrested following an intelligence report. Ado Musa completes the report.
The suspects were arrested alongside other suspected criminals who have committed various offenses, including kidnapping, sexual molestation, cultism, among others in the state. The State Commissioner of Police said arms and ammunition were also recovered from the suspects. While responding on the allegations against them, the suspects confessed to their crime.
I was arrested on Sunday morning at my apartment. I was in the house when I had a vehicle coming in. When I peeped at my window, I saw a police vehicle. I surrounded my house. When I came out, they said they should want to search my house. I said, so go ahead and search my house. And they recover AK-47 with 13 rounds. This is our first time. We do go out and rob bike.
I accompany my friend to sell a motorcycle on Sunday. We already sold it, but we were told to come back for the money. However, before we returned to collect the money, a brother of the motorcycle's original owner saw the motorcycle and reported the theft to the police. When we went to collect the money, police arrested us. On Saturday, my two friends and I shot a motorcyclist and went away with the motorcycle around Plateau Hospital. We wanted to collect the motorcycle alone, but we ended up shooting him with a gun in the back. My friend was the one who had taken the gun and run. The State Commissioner of Police, while appreciating the effort of security agencies in curtailing crimes, called on citizens to always assist them with useful information about any criminal activities in the state. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
More on security matters. The Nigerian Army said troops of the 34 Artillery Brigade have neutralized elements of the proscribed terrorist group, the indigenous people of Biafra, and its armed affiliate, the Eastern Security Network, in Osina, Idiato North local government area of Imo State. In a statement on its verified social media handles, Facebook, X, and WhatsApp, it stated that the troops, while returning from routine patrols, responded to a distress call regarding an IPOB and ECN attack on the Osina community. Upon arrival, the troops engaged the terrorists with overwhelming firepower, forcing the dissidents to withdraw to withdraw in disarray. The statement said 2 security agents were killed in action and 1 other is missing in action. Their weapons, an AK-47 rifle and a tear gas launcher, were carted away by the terrorists. Away from security matters, hairdressing has become an essential part of modern lifestyle, but the rising cost of living has made it increasingly difficult for many to keep up with this trend, especially during the festive season. The report.
Hair salons, once bustling with activities, are now feeling the pinch of the harsh economy. Workers in the industry lament the drastic drop in customer patronage, with many clients opting to cut their hair short instead of paying for elaborate styles.
Patronage this year has been very bad. Unlike 2022 that I started work here, the place was, there were a lot of customers. Sometimes we'll look for people to help us make the hair, but this year, because of the economy, because of the price of things, people prefer. Now you can see even me, I'm on low cut because of the price of things. A lot of people are now cutting, a lot of women are now cutting their hair instead of braiding their hair because of the cost of living. People want to manage just to meet up with their children's school fees, their children's dresses. So some of them are not making hair anymore, and I feel their pain. My hair cream before was like 2,500, but now we are buying it up to 6,500 naira. You can see the huge difference. And now the cost of washing of hair has increased because of the cost of the shampoo, the conditioner, and the hair cream also. There was a time we were selling attachments 2,800. All of a sudden I got to the market and find out that attachment is now sold for 4,000. I have to now look for extra money to add the number of attachments I'm supposed to buy. I could not buy it because of the price.
Salon managers are also facing their own set of challenges. Power supply issues and the high cost of fuel have compounded their struggles, making it hard to sustain operations or turn a profit.
No, we can't work without light. Once the national grid collapse, that means you need to switch to a generator, and you know the cost of fuel. You buy fuel, fuel per liter now. And in Abuja here, all those filling stations, they don't sell fuel for people with can, except you come with your can and you need to buy black market, and liter per liter in black market is 1.5.
Customers are also feeling the squeeze. They share their concerns about how infrequent hair appointments have become a necessity rather than the choice due to rising costs.
Hair that you plait like 2,000 naira, 2,500, but now they will call for you money 7,000 naira, 8,000 naira or 5,000 naira just for common all back or hairstyle that you're going to do. That is very simple, but now sometimes I'll not even plait my hair because of how things are cost, the attachment is cost, everything.
The economic downturn has forced many customers to seek more affordable alternatives or forgo hair service altogether. This shift in spending habits have left a significant dent in the hairdressing industry, which is grappling to adapt to the new reality. The rising cost of living is not just reshaping customer choices, but is also reshaping industries like hairdressing, showing the far-reaching efforts of the country's current economic challenges. Abdulmuminu Aisha, Trust TV News, Abuja.
As economic hardship continues to weigh heavily on Nigerians, the Yuletide season is inspiring acts of kindness aimed at bringing joy to the less privileged. In Adamawa State, widows and orphans in Hung local government area recently benefited from a heartfelt humanitarian initiative, receiving clothing, cash, and scholarships through philanthropy. Trustee Gibson Swadigo tells us more.
Event painted a vivid picture of compassion in action as vulnerable groups gathered to receive support designed to lighten their burdens. Former Adamawa State Governor James Barker, who is now a federal lawmaker, used the occasion to appeal to wealthy Nigerians, urging them to extend similar acts of generosity to widows and orphans. He emphasized that such assistance is crucial, particularly during these trying economic times.
As an individual, he's doing great, and will continue to encourage him to do great.
The philanthropist behind the initiative, Musa Emmanuel, shared his motivation for giving, expressing hope that his actions will inspire others to step forward and make a difference.
I told a lot of people, even international, because I'm an international businessman. So and I can't count because it's uncountable. It's uncountable. Touching the life of people, I give employment, empowerment. I touch the life of people need this, less privileges. So this is something that people know me with.
Adding his voice, Maurice Vnobolki, Adamawa State Coordinator of the Multi-Sectoral Recovery Project, highlighted the vital role of individual efforts in complementing government and humanitarian interventions.
Quite a lot of collaborations with Musa when it comes to issues of development in the Northeast. He's someone that has given all he has to develop, the Northeast and to rebuild the Northeast out of the ravage that has witnessed, following the activities of Boko Haram insurgency. We've collaborated quite a lot with him, and he has done great to the project and has done great for the Northeast.
The beneficiaries, many of whom are widows and orphans, expressed profound gratitude for the support. For them, The assistance goes beyond material items. It restores dignity and provides a sense of belonging in a society that often overlooks their struggles. The event was not just an act of charity, it was a beacon of hope, signaling what is possible when the individuals prioritize humanity over self-interest. Gibson Soadugo, Trust TV News, Yola.
Now, in commemoration of the International Day for Persons with Disabilities, the Jigawa State chapter of the Joint National Association of Persons with Disabilities have organized an event to showcase the talents of people living with disabilities in the state. Trustee Ali Rabiu Ali completes the report.
The event, which took place at the Jigawa State Polytechnic in Dusi, featured an exhibition of various handmade products, including textiles, necklaces, clothes, and graphic designs. Hundreds of people living with disabilities participated in the event, demonstrating their capabilities and contributions to society. Adamusho Aibu Jigawa Chada, chairman of Jonapid in Jigawa State, commended organizations that supported their programs and expressed gratitude for their concern for people with disability in Nigeria.
The purpose of having this event is in line with the celebration of the International Disability Day, which occurs every 3rd of December of the year, which was marked by the United Nations. And Jigawa State Joint Branch has decided to schedule a series of events. We started with radio engagement, all radio houses in Jigawa. 5 of them, we had a live coverage of 1 hour to discuss issues that are people with disability to enlighten the public. Secondly, we had a visit to the school for the blind and to the general hospital where we distributed some detergents and some sanitary items to them, supported by Secretary. Today is the 3rd day we are celebrating the town hall meeting with the exhibition of the manufactured products made by persons with disabilities.
He emphasized the importance of considering people with disability in government projects, programs, and political appointments, stating that they are capable of holding any position. Hawa Adamu Babra, technical advisor to the wife of Governor Malam Umar Namadi, assured that the government is committed to supporting people with disabilities and promise to channel their requests to the appropriate authorities.
This program, it's really a welcome idea, but it's something that we needed to do. Really, my message to everyone is I just want people to stop thinking that what they do for people with special needs, quote, people with disability, is like a privilege or a gift. No, it's a right. We must take on account that it's our job, it's our duty, it's our responsibility to be inclusive. That's my message, you know. We need to give pathways for people with, special needs to be able to function fully in the society.
Jonapid is an umbrella organization that promotes the rights and development of Nigerians with disabilities. The organization aims to create a society where equality, social justice, and the rights of persons with disabilities are granted. From Jigawa, Ali Rabiu Ali, Trust TV News.
Kano State representative in the 39th edition of the Quranic National Competition, Buhari Sanusi Idris, has won the male category of the competition that was held in Birnin Kebbi, Kebbi State on Saturday. He scored 98.2 to defeat other participants from 34 states. In the female category, Rumaisa Dahiru Ibrahim from Gombe State also scored 95.6 to emerge winner in the competition. 35 states participated in the 39th edition of the Quranic Recitation National Competition held in Birnin Kebbi, Kebbi State. His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, Muhammad Saad Abubakar III, expressed gratitude to Allah for Kebbi State to witness the convergence of Muslim leaders and reciters of the Holy Quran for 8 days. While commending religious leaders and organizers of the competition, the Sultan urged them to continue to propagate the word of Allah as he called on Muslim Ummah to continue praying for peace and harmony in the country. In his remarks, Governor Nasser Idris commended the winners and participants of this year's edition of the Quranic recitation competition. He said each of them had demonstrated not only their talent but respect for the Holy Quran. Now, the year 2024 is drawing to a close in a few days, but the memory of some controversial incidents recorded in Kano could not be forgotten in a hurry. In this report, our reporter chronicles 7 major controversies that dominated headlines and set tongues wagging in the state. Take a look.
The resignation of the Kano State Hisbah Commander General Sheikh Aminu Daurawa on March 1 stirred controversy. He stepped down after Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf criticized his Operation Kauda Badala. Earlier, the arrest by Hisbah of prominent TikToker Murja Kunya, a supporter of Governor Yusuf, raised questions, especially after her release from prison under unclear circumstances. Later, Daurawa resumed his duties following intervention by opinion leaders. The passage of the Kano Emirate Council Repeal Bill into law on 23 May 2024 sparked significant controversy. Emir Sanusi was reinstated while Emir Aminu Ado Bayero and the emirs of Bichi, Rano, Karaye and Gaya appointed by Abdullahi Ganduje were dethroned. This announcement led to legal battles accompanied by conflicting court orders. Currently, the case is at the Court of Appeal in Abuja, which has reserved judgment on 6 appeals related to the emirship dispute. Meanwhile, Emir Sanusi resides at Gidan Rumfa Palace, while Emir Aminu continues to hold court at Nasarawa Mini Palace. On May 15, Shafiu Abubakar, aged 38, set worshippers ablaze in a mosque in Gezawa local government area, killing 23 people. Shafiu was arraigned in an upper Sharia court and may face the death penalty as provided by law. The End Hunger protest on August 1 turned violent, nearly crippling the state. Police arrested 269 suspects, including some waving Russian flags. 76 minors were detained during the protest, some of whom spent over 3 months in custody. The minors were eventually reunited with their families after receiving 2 weeks of medical care at the Muhammadu Buhari Hospital in Kano. In August, a multi-million naira drug contract by the 44 local government councils generated mixed reactions. The contractor was revealed to be a nephew of a close associate of Governor Yusuf, although the State Public Complaints and Anti-Corruption Commission launched an investigation. Updates on the matter have been scarce. In November, the State Commissioner for Humanitarian Affairs allegedly assaulted a female doctor, prompting medical doctors to suspend services at Murtala Muhammad Hospital. Governor Yusuf intervened and resolved the situation. Also in November, a splinter group within the ruling New Nigeria People's Party called Abba Sayada Kafarka emerged. The group called for Governor Yusuf to be independent in his decision-making, alleging that many of his decisions are influenced by Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. As a result, the Secretary to the State Government, Dr. Abdullahi Bafabichi, and the Commissioner for Transport, Muhammad Digol, were suspended from the NMPP for allegedly supporting the group.
In a profound expression of sympathy, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has extended his heartfelt condolences to Governor Umar Namadi of Jigawa State and the people of the state over the tragic loss of the governor's mother and son within 2 days. The president, in a message delivered by Vice President Kashim Shettima, described the death as colossal losses not only to the family but to the nation at large. The report.
The Vice President was accompanied by Borno State Governor Professor Umar Zulum and other top government officials, reflecting the gravity of the loss and the nation's solidarity with Jigawa State.
Here at the behest of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to commiserate with the government and people of Jigawa State over the sad loss of the matriarch of the Namadi family, Haji Mariam, and Abdul Wahab, the eldest son of the governor. Death is an inevitable destiny that is hanging over